Hey guys, welcome back. I have been working on a little project. This is a 6x8 album using the Better Together collection from Rosie Studios. I've been making a few little kind of 6x8 layouts of all of the photos through all of the years that I have of me and Lily. This has been such a fun project to put together. I wanted to share a page with you. So today I'm actually going to make the kind of the title page for my album. You can see I haven't actually put anything into the album yet. I haven't been hole punching anything. I've just been making little 6x8 layouts. And when I say 6x8, these are going into a life crafted album. I'm not putting them in page protectors, so I'm actually trimming out my background papers at 7 by 8.5 inches. So technically it's a 6x8 album, but these layouts are all 7 by 8.5. Now this layout's going to come together pretty quickly because it's a very simple design. I have started with white cardstock for the background rather than a pattern paper because I really want to showcase some of this beautiful ephemera. There's two different die cut packs in this collection. I'm going to use both of them. One of them is more kind of icons and one is more like little words and journaling bits. That's what I'm starting with. I'm going to create a horizontal strip across it's a little bit higher than the halfway mark on my page, so within the sort of top third, I guess. And I'm just stacking up some of the bigger ephemera pieces in behind my photo. My photo is a slightly odd shape. I had planned to have it about 2.5 inches square, but to fit that cutie little dog face in there, I needed to make it a little bit longer, so it is slightly horizontal. I had to fit that cute little face. This is one of our very first selfies together, that cutie. I definitely wanted to make this the title page. So apart from adding all of those pretty coloured pieces into the background, I have got a slightly larger, kind of darker navy blue on the left. It had such a cute little sentiment on it. It was much larger and I had to trim it down, but that does take quite a lot of focal point. Especially because it's sitting right next to my quite dark black and white photo. It was a very poorly lit photo, to be fair, so I've turned it into black and white. It is still quite dark though, so I'm going to need to balance out that kind of left-hand side with a little bit more over here on the right-hand side. So I've started by adding a couple of kind of circular pieces, and the one that I'm going to put on top of the photo is a slightly darker color. So again, I'm just trying to like balance out that left hand side, so I'm going to end up with a few kind of more embellishments over here. Now I've got quite a few layers going on here, but I'm attempting to keep this album kind of flat. I know that I'm going to end up with quite a few layouts in here, so I don't want to add like a ton of dimension onto these layouts. There's lots of layers, but because I'm using mostly kind of embellishments that are flatter, like these die cut pieces, it doesn't end up being too kind of bulky at all. Now when I'm kind of gluing all of this down, none of it quite goes back into the same place, which actually ends up lucky for me because my photo ends up more centered on the page than it was originally. And so it's not quite so far onto the left, which I actually think helps balance the layout a little bit more. But you can see I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing stuff down. I'm kind of happy with where those layers are. I don't want everything to move around too much more, so I'm going to start adhering that down. And then I'm going to go back in and add a few more little pieces where my eye feels necessary. There was a bit of a gap up here compared to the rest of the kind of strip across my page, so I just tucked another piece in there before I pressed that photo down completely. Now I can start adding some of the kind of more dimensional embellishments, and I'm going to start with my title. So I'm going to use these scripty puffy sticker words. They are so fun. I love the pretty kind of scripty font. It's so whimsical. And the other thing I love about these puffy stickers is that they're very thin, and you get some puffy stickers that are quite they're quite hard, like they're quite stiff, and so they're difficult to kind of manipulate, hard to get off the sheet and put onto your page. These ones are lovely and soft, so they're easy to kind of manipulate and pull out. I'm just kind of placing these quite lightly so that I can work out where they're going to sit together. I want them to be underneath my photo, sort of pulling that kind of focal point down from the photo. And same with these puffy stickers. They're lovely and soft and little. I love them, especially for these 6x8 layouts. They're the perfect size. I'm going to add a few in here. I'm kind of just trying to balance out colors now. So on that right hand side, there wasn't a whole lot in the way of blue. I'm going to put a little blue puffy sticker in there. I'm using some of these chipboard stickers as well. The circles I love because they kind of make more sense of those larger kind of circle die cuts that I put in there. So now I've got that real contrast between all those square straight edges that I have placed, admittedly, like quite straight. Nothing's on too much of an angle, so the circles add kind of a fun shape in there. As to these gorgeous, I love these, I'm obsessed with these little puffy stickers. There are hearts, pluses and ampersands. And they're the most beautiful shiny gold. I just love them. They're the perfect kind of finishing touch. Now the layout kind of felt a little bit empty to me, so I'm gonna create this kind of torn edge down the bottom. I'm just using my fingers to kind of manipulate the cardstock, and then I'm going to place behind it one of my favorite papers in the whole collection. This is just such a pretty floral. It's the perfect kind of cool toned pink, and it's got navy and white florals. I'm just adding a little bit of adhesive and just tucking that in behind there so I get that real pop of pink. It's not too overwhelming. It's just a little bit of texture in there. I'm doing the same thing at the top, but obviously it's a much smaller one. The one at the bottom is definitely bigger, but you can see I get that real defined diagonal from that top tier through my photo down to the bottom tier, and it just gives that real strong direction for your eye to flow. Now I just want to turn this top tiered piece, it sounds like I'm saying tier, this top torn piece into a tiny little cluster. I'm going to add one of the stickers, a little flag sticker, a tiny little blue puffy sticker, and call this layout all done. You can see how simple it was. It came together in absolutely no time at all, and I love it. So pretty, so fun. This collection is great. I will leave the link for you in the description box. Hey, thanks for watching today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, I'm going to leave a couple of videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll see you again really soon. Bye.